So in this module I wanted to cover colors, since colors is obviously a core component of your brand identity. And I know that many of you might be very familiar with colors, especially if you work in like hair or nails and you know a lot about colors and their different meanings. But I still wanted to go through this, since colors is an important part of your brand, because color communicates your brand. So it's important that we think of that when we either design our brand ourselves or work with an agency, to make sure that the color palette that we will be using with our brands fit with our brand character. Because each color have different meaning. So I'm going to cover this fairly briefly, and I'll make sure to leave a reference as well below this lesson, so that you can kind of go back and to reference the meaning of different colors, and to have that in mind when you kind of review and decide on the colors to use for your brand identity. So you have colors like yellow, which is the kind of friendly and cheerful color that really like signals happiness. So that really fits with a certain type of brand character. If you compare it to white, which is more about purity and cleanness. You have red, which is about energy and romance, warmth, and black, which signals like power and strength. And it's also a color that is often used with luxury brands. Combinations like black and gold is like very traditional luxury brand cues, right? So, and on top of that, we have orange, which is for like energy and excitement. Green, which we naturally use with like signals nature, right? So if that's something often we see with like sustainability brands and so on, but also like health and wealth. And you have purple, which is about spirituality, could also be luxury, and like truthfulness and authenticity. Blue signals wisdom and loyalty, and also like sophistication. Gray is the practical, timeless, classic color. You have brown, also signaling nature, reliability, confidence and seriousness. And then pink, which is a traditional femininity color, that signals love and romance and so on. So those are some of the like big colors and kind of the meaning that they have. And the point here is not to kind of go through this to memorize what they are. Again, I will leave a reference to this. It's more to have it in your back of your head as you start working on your brand identity, to make sure that the colors that you pick fits with the brand character that you have defined for your brand. And also, different colors work better together. That's just how it is. And that's something that if you work with an agency, they will certainly help you with when they kind of propose the color palette as part of a visual identity. But there are also some tools out there, which I can also leave some links to if you're kind of gonna design your brand yourself, where you can look at different color combinations that are like working well together. So that's also something to consider, especially if you're going to do this yourself. If you're working with an agency, they will, or a freelancer, they should be able to help you with that as well. So I think that's what I had to share on color. So that was rather brief. Again, I know we have a lot of experts probably seeing this and knows more about color than I do. But it's important just to have that in mind and to make sure that as we design the brand that it fits